think we are live on youtube.com, ready for a perfectly normal live stream that is going to be very normal and, you know, the usual run-of-the-mill. And I'm not wearing two hats particularly. I'm just letting people filter in here first. Oh god, it's morning for some people. Hi, howdy y'all. Seeing some familiar faces in worn out places here. Why did I not host a radio show? Honestly, these hats are balanced so well right now that this isn't going to last long. Senny is here, but she's ascended, as this chatter said, so she's not actually here. She's like ascended through the tree to a new role because she could not simply cope with the bees being, well, you know, you know what they are.
Well, it's okay because I'm right here.
Oh, there you are. What a specific get-up.
Good evening.
Your little tassels. Did I just lose a hat? No, I almost lost a hat.
No, you almost lost a hat though. But not yet.
Right. Oh, I've just lost. There you go. Continuity.
Damn continuity.
It's actually quite hard to keep them like that. Same.
Hey guys.
Oh man, we had to like pull everything out for this one because we've had this and that for quite a while now.
We've had this longer.
Yeah.
This is midway through 2020 that we got this, actually.
Yeah, we are popping the biggest bottles.
We are.
That's why we got this one specifically for that meme.
But the warnings say, not close to the ear, don't expose to sunlight, don't dispose of it on a fire.
Well, obviously.
Don't pierce the cartridge. Discard tube immediately after activation. Do not get wet or color may run. You're gonna have to launch this, I think, but it says hold tube firmly, turn bottom counterclockwise, but the image says clockwise.
I'm really good at turning bottom, so I think I've got that.
Turning bottom.
It is basically a bomb, is what I'm getting from this.
Also, I'll stand up so you guys can see the outfit a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Here.
Wait, show the wings off.
I am gonna. Here's my little... Oh, where's the other one? Here, antennas.
It's so cheap.
Oh no! My head fell off.
No, don't reveal yourself to not in fact be a bee.
But I am a bee, I ascended.
Firmly grasp it. Listen.
It's a bottle and a bomb.
Listen.
Obviously.
We will set it off, but not right now. We'll let people come in.
Come in.
Yeah. Because we do actually have an episode to discuss despite the shenanigans.
But we do also have wine. Cheers, babe.
Oh yeah. Wait, put it over your mic so we get the like ASMR ching.
Oh. That was a good one.
That was everyone else just like. Oh.
Everyone else is like, no.
Oh man.
Yeah, there was a whole episode, y'all. I'm just gonna adjust my mic. This might be loud. Okay.
Listen, do you know what the worst part is, Vanessa? I thought that when I was putting the hats on, I was like, people are going to start a top-bottom discourse over these hats.
Yeah.
I just thought it.
And they should.
And I knew that.
Peak ASMR.
But yeah, I made the decision anyway. It's probably too early for like y'all across the pond to drink, but it is nighttime in Europe, so
yes,
we're allowed to. We've had this all day. Like, we've had to wait and then have the episode and then the rest of the day. It's been a time.
It has been a time. The fact that we had to like actually leave to go for a walk, like, and it wasn't just a like, oh, we'll walk our dog situation. It was like, we need to leave the house because as soon as the episode comes out, we're not moving.
Someone requested a switch, so we're switching.
So they're switchings. Okay.
Oh.
Did you post the link on Twitter?
I did not. I was so distracted by your bee costume that I actually forgot that we've got like.
You've already done all that. Just.
Oh wait, yeah,
tweet.
I'm so organized.
Thank you for the super chats.
Bonk.
There we go. Sent.
Honestly, your best costume reveal to date.
Really, out of all of my costumes, my cosplays that I've done, and this is the best one.
Objectively, yes.
Look at how big it is.
It is very baggy.
It's so large.
It's quite padded, actually.
It's really quite padded, although I will say the glitter on the wings is irritating my arms. So
Irritating.
it will come off at some point, but not right now.
No, you have to embrace
I gotta
it right now.
keep
Because
it for
eventually
now.
I'm going to take at least one of these hats off.
Yeah.
Otherwise my neck will get sore from trying to maintain this position.
Yeah.
12 out of 10 would be again. I love anyone that's come in and my hats have switched. Like it was always
Yeah.
this way.
Like it was always that way.
I just love everybody. I love the kid attitude. Everyone's just like, oh, nothing's happened though. Like, we're all normal. We're just all normal people.
Shark Boy, still in the office.
Hell yeah. We did try and get a Shark Boy cameo since he was here in the Volume 4 days, the really hard days in the wilderness.
Yes.
But he was still out here repping, and now we're here, like, a disgusting amount of years later.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, we actually had this for a while. We've had the bee costume and this champagne
That's been the
popper.
longest.
Yeah.
We've had that since 2020. Hopefully it still pops.
I was gonna say, imagine we've had it
And
too
then
long that it
this.
doesn't pop.
We at least had this in our last place.
Yeah, it's been a while. We just decided we needed to be ready.
Yeah.
And honestly, it was good that we were.
But then we weren't ready because we couldn't find either of them.
True.
So that was fun, trying to fucking find everything.
I know. I love this, like, collective, like, amnesia that nothing happened. Goop troop for turning up in force tonight. I'm not
Yeah.
surprised, to be honest, given the
Given the circumstances of what happened.
honestly. Shall we start going into the episode?
Yes, I
Let's
think we should.
go. I will de-hat for now because I feel like I'm actually
I'm gonna pull this hood down because
Whoa.
it keeps moving my fringe and it's really fucking irritating me.
It's fine. I
Alright.
wish we almost had like the popper like somewhere. Just
Well, we can.
no, you're gonna knock the shelf over. Excellent. Okay. Ready for the countdown.
Yes, exactly. Anyway, so as we've done before, we're going to go through the episode in order. I know that there are people here that want us to talk about one very specific thing.
Of course we will do that.
We will, but we're going to talk about this in order. And this is not a spoiler-free zone. We will be talking about spoilers and things that happen in the episode.
I think we've
so
already
if you
done that.
Yes, if you haven't seen the episode, there's the door.
Collective gay amnesia. It happens.
Thank you.
See ya later, alligator.
Thank you so much, Chad. That's so...
Wow, Jesus.
Yeah, that's so
Be
generous.
hype.
Thank you so much.
I mean, it's good also because the money doesn't go to us in our streams. They go to charity, and eventually we'll have a tally for all of this volume, which will be nice to do.
Yeah, we're just gonna collect everything. You've got glitter all over your forehead.
How?
We're gonna collect all of the money right up until the end of the volume, collate all of it, and then donate it. So, you will see proof of that on our Twitter eventually. Once we get to the end of this volume.
Chad Gig is the perfect name. What a Chad, honestly. We love that for them.
Yeah.
Right, let's get into this fucking episode then, eh?
Yeah. So,
Chapter 6 Truthers.
Chapter 6 Truthers.
That was the title. You know what was really funny actually, just before we completely get in, because we were coming in to record the episode and it'd been hyped up so much all week, we were really nervous, and we kind of knew certain things from the trailers about what could potentially be certain scenes, and
Yeah.
I was just finishing getting ready, and you were in here setting the computer up, and you just went, "It's the cloud episode. It is the cloud episode."
Yeah, you were next door in our bedroom, and I was like, "It's the cloud episode." And Kelly was like, "The what?" Came running through.
Not the fucking cloud. Yeah. So yeah, that's about our sanity for this one.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't a chapter 6 truther, but man, you all were dedicated. Made it happen.
We made it happen.
Honestly,
All
I'm
right.
relieved for it because we were able to record on time and stuff. It was great.
It was. So, we start off the episode with a flashback
Yeah.
to to Jean.
And we get kind of a brief flashback of what happened to him. Initially, when this scene started, I was like, and you could hear people falling, I was like, is he gonna like almost go backwards when he was falling in time?
Yeah.
Initially.
I wondered the same.
Yeah.
And then is it the next one?
Yeah.
When Crescent Rose started falling and he started like diving after it, I wondered if because he was going down so fast, if that was gonna like knock him back in time almost, because he was like trajectory going, you know?
Yeah.
But obviously that's not what ended up happening with it. But he did see Crescent Rose and he did go after it because he knew that hopefully it would lead him to Team RWBY, who he already knew had fallen. So that was important.
Yeah, obviously, like, he knows that it's important to RWBY, but I think the main thing was, like, oh, that might be, like, a way to get to them quickly, because presumably where it's going, like, they're going. So, yeah. And then we get him on the beach. Seemingly alone, but everyone seems to land in the same place and ever after or close to.
Close to, at least, yeah. Like, they at least all land on the beach.
Yeah.
So.
And then makes his way to a very funky tree. And honestly, like, if you've ever played D&D in the Fey Realm, you don't go up to things that you don't know. You especially do not pick them up.
No, but, and you certainly don't take things off of trees when you don't know what the hell the tree is.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and then when he approaches the tree, if you click on the next one.
I've followed you lovely people since RWBY Volume 4 and now we're here. Honestly,
Thank
crazy
you.
when I look back on like the time, how much time has passed.
Yeah, because we knew each other, Volume 4, but we didn't.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
We only knew each other.
We did.
Very.
Because you were invited to my friend's birthday party.
Oh, yeah.
We knew each other at that point.
But not really. We barely knew each other. We weren't even, I wouldn't even say we were acquaintances at that stage.
But we did know each other.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think I probably knew you more than me, but we've been through that.
Anyway, if you go into this next one, well, I meant to get a screenshot of this, but I obviously forgot at the time. But from the backward angle of this, when he like is looking at it and reaches up, it almost looked like a head of hair of someone that was like hanging upside down.
Yeah.
And I was really concerned that there was just like people hanging from this tree.
That would have been dark.
And he was like reaching up to someone's head. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And then obviously the angle changed.
Yeah,
and it was a clock. But I was so scared. Thank you,
such
Shark
a
Messiah.
nice design on the stopwatch too. Shout out to the designer that made this really, really nice, but very fucky watch.
Yeah.
It's like a sort of vintage pocket watch.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Doesn't last very long though.
Well, no, as soon as you pick it, it starts to go back.
Tickies.
And then obviously time is reversing.
Time is fleeting.
Jean is stressing, and as someone pointed out, if you watch the time reverse, you can see Team RWBY like backwards falling.
Yeah.
Like, because it's going in reverse. Which I thought was like a really nice detail, just to show that like, yep, they were there, and he could have found them, but he picked a tree.
Yeah, and like a lot of time clearly passes when everything's reversing again. Really, really nice animation to convey it.
Yeah.
As John like panics and basically asks it to stop, like it was gonna stop, and only seems to be able to stop it when he breaks it. But someone in the chat saying it looks like it could have been about 20, 30 years, judging by his physique, his hair and stuff. Easily 20 years.
But we also have to consider that the girl who
someone
fell
else
through
just
the
said
world.
the exact same thing as me with the same wording. That's funny. Same brain.
What?
Just
that.
Yeah.
What we also have to consider though is the fact that the girl who fell through the world was all of their like favorite fairy tale story.
Yeah.
And the oldest members in Team RWBY are 19, so the book had to be at least as old as they are for them to have read it. So it's at least been 20 years, possibly longer.
That's a very valid point, actually. Yeah, if he was in the book and the book was at least that old,
minimum, but it could be older than that even still.
Yeah, although again, time seems to work differently here, so it's possible that Alex came out at like a time, the time had passed less in the Ever After than in Remnant. We don't know that for sure, so it doesn't completely add up, but just by his physical appearance, it looks about 20 years at least.
Hi, Winter.
And then we get
him smashing it.
Yeah, to try and just stop it, basically, because
Yeah.
it doesn't seem to be responding to anything else. And God knows what would have happened if it just kept going.
Honestly, like, how far back would it have went? Ooh. Anyway.
It's really concerning that there even is a tree that has clocks. Could anyone just accidentally change time? I mean, Ever After is weird enough, but it's also only seems to be on an individual basis. It's not like it changed the time for everyone, it just changed it for Jean.
Yeah.
It sent him back in time because he touched it.
Yeah, exactly. It's a real weird one.
Well, it's obviously why he's so connected to the White Rabbit in the opening. Like, that's now completely full circle. Which I also really like, as a lot of people have touched upon, is that Jean's whole thing has been like being too late for things.
Yeah. And now he's missed everything.
And now he's missed everything.
Also, someone said, "Where's Marty McFly and Doc Brown when you need them?"
Honestly.
Severely.
And then we get him cut
This is the
shot.
flash forward to when he's slightly older.
Yeah, and I imagine just for the angst of it, because he obviously lives in like a little village that's not on the beach, but it looks like he came to this beach basically almost every night.
Yeah.
Because it was the best chance to watch people falling and wait for them to fall.
Yeah, well, it would be so clear in the sky because it's so colourful.
Yeah. What?
So if Jean is 19 and Alex wrote her story 80 years ago, he's a minimum of 98 years old now.
Well, it depends how time works, because Alex,
Yeah.
like I said, might not have actually came out as long as time seems to pass in the Ever After or vice versa. It's not a guarantee of like actual passage of time.
But yeah, I agree that I mean, I still knew that it was Miles that was voicing Jean.
Oh yeah.
But he sounded so different. So different. So, like, kudos, because I don't know that I could manipulate my voice to sound older like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. And then we get him cutting back to
Now,
his little hidey hole with Team RWBY, basically just asking if they're real, which comes to be even more resonant a little bit later in the episode. But I mean, he saw the meteors presumably because he'd seen them before and had waited, and then followed as far as he could, which led him to the market where he kind of saw them but wasn't sure if it was them.
Yeah.
And then obviously intervened when the attack happened.
Yeah.
And now he has them face to face. And they seem pretty real, but
seem pretty real,
been a
but
long
still
time.
gotta confirm.
Yeah. Well, he's lived like a whole other existence down here.
He's made his life here.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, it would be difficult to be like, oh, yeah, definitely still my friends, because...
Oh, is Alex here? He must have missed me Joel wielding the hats he got.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just wait, I'll put them back on for Alex.
Yeah.
You can continue.
I don't fucking know what we're talking about.
John being all sad and not understanding if
yeah,
RWBY were
because
RWBY or
he's
not.
like made his own life here. God knows how much time has passed for him. But for him to then see them and they look no different from the last time that he saw them, you know, that's like a real mindfuck, because I would question if they were real in that moment as well, you know?
Yeah, and also the Ever After is very trippy and like seems to deliberately try and like manipulate and trick people.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be that weird for something like that to happen to Jean. Did you not get blushy Weiss? Or is this
It's after.
Oh, it's after. I was like, everyone in here is like blushy Weiss, and I'm like...
It's after the hug. It's after the group hug.
I know. I love this group hug. It's so cute. Like,
Yeah.
I love any time that the lads hug.
Yeah. It makes me very happy.
Oh, I liked this close up as well, where he just
It
kind
was
of
with
looks
his
him in the
tears in
face
the
and the
eyes.
tears in the eyes, man. We all had bloody tears in the eyes by
Softy.
the end of this.
Yeah. I was even crying, like, loading the screenshots. Anyway. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So this is the beginning.
yeah.
This is when Weiss reveals herself as a fucking Delph stan.
Honestly, incredible.
I just love everyone being like, oh, Weiss has daddy issues, that's why she loves Delphs. It's so funny. So funny.
Honestly, it's valid for Weiss. I love the like, oh, you're so mature. You know that Kara fucking ate that shit up because
Well,
she
didn't
loves
Kara
White Knight
say,
so much.
yeah. I was just about to
That's
say,
like
when
her
we saw
shit.
her
Yeah, that's her
with our
shit.
friend, she
Yeah.
was like, White Knight's my favorite, by the way.
Well, yeah, White Knight is her favorite. So like, getting this little line, so funny.
I feel like this was Kara's idea, actually, for Weiss to be like, lol. And then everyone's reaction's the next one.
Oh, that is a big Nicholas. Oh, this bit's so funny.
It's the fact that, like, Blake and Yang are essentially kink shaming Weiss.
Yeah,
and Ruby's just like,
literally.
fuck's sake.
Honestly, we set up all along. She was like, the rest of the night's so handsome. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
so this was perfectly set up. But I just love that, like, Ruby is, like, horrifically ace here and also still real depressed. So she's just like, okay. Whereas, like, Weiss and Blake are like, usually she's like the one looking at us being all awkward and stuff, and now she's being awkward.
It's honestly so incredibly funny, just the way that they're looking at her.
Weiss, you aged like a fine wine, and alcoholism runs in my family. No. Oh, Jesus. Considering people were shipping him with Willow last week, this just feels ironic now, honestly.
That's so funny. Also, thank you for the super chat, Winter.
For real, in front of my depression. That was actually Ruby's vibes for most of this episode.
Yeah.
I really feel for her, actually. She's not really taking anything in emotionally because she's shutting herself off to everything, so it's bad.
Yeah, it's been bad. But we can get more into that as we go through them.
Yeah. Oh, incredible. Love Vaishni so fucking much.
Me too.
And
it's the suffering of Jean, actually, that I really, really appreciate in this episode, because he's lived so long at this point that when they're like, oh my god, what about Atlas? What about all those people? What about the relics? What about Cinder? What about Salem? And he's just like, oh, there are worse things.
He probably feels disconnected from that a little bit because it has...
he's lived a whole lifetime here, basically.
Yeah, and then there's also, like he has that life experience down here that part of them must, like, suddenly feel, like, very, like, children to him in a way when they were just friends, and now it's like, oh my god, they're like bickering children.
He's matured so much more.
Yeah.
Than, like, and that's not to say that the girls are particularly immature.
No, but in comparison...
Comparatively, he's just like, God, I'm too old and tired for this, man.
Yeah.
I don't want any more.
Yeah, honestly. And it makes sense. It's weird to think that he'll now have more in common with the likes of, like, Crow and Tai Yang.
I know. Don't you think he looks
pops
a little bit like Tai
them.
Yang?
He does look a little bit like Tai Yang.
Yeah.
Which is more concerning for Weiss. Weiss has a thing for old, beaten up blondes.
Do you know, I bet Kara knew that this was going to happen years ago too, and was like, I don't care, it's still my favourite ship.
Yeah, honestly.
Ugh, so funny.
It's weird though, it makes me think, because there's obviously a lot of theories about what's going to happen with Jean and the Ever After, whether he's going to leave with them or not, or he's gonna, like, sacrifice himself.
Yeah.
But part of me thinks if he leaves, like, he's not gonna be able to connect with the likes of Ren and Nora and stuff in the same way anyway.
No.
Which is really sad.
And also, like, how could he lead that team?
I think he
same way?
still could, but, like, I feel like the connection wouldn't be the same.
It would be weird, because it would be like a teacher with two students in a team, you know?
Yeah.
Like, rather than it being like, oh, we're all the same age and we're all still learning kind of thing, like... Suddenly your professor is the one that's in your team. That's strange.
Yeah, Professor Jean.
Unreal.
I'm wishing.
We didn't talk about this scene.
Oh yeah, so this is the gals basically discussing, now that they've had the confirmation from Jean that, like, the relics were, like, all lost.
Yeah.
Because they didn't know that. That Cinder and Salem got the relic.
Yeah.
So that it almost feels, like, futile.
Yeah.
But obviously that does cause tension because Blake is like, yeah, but we did save people, that still matters. And Weiss
Well,
is like, but like at what cost? Like,
as someone pointed out earlier in the stream, it was interesting that like Yang and Blake were the more mature ones about this in a way, like because they were like, yeah, it sucks that Salem got those and that Cinder and Salem are still like something that we need to deal with.
mm-hmm.
But we saved all of those people anyway. Like, Atlas still would have fallen,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone in Mantle still would have died, and a lot of people in Atlas would have died with the fall. But at least we got them out. We know that we got them like a best chance, but Weiss and RWBY are both like, but was it the best choice?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And I kind of love that disconnect because they're not always going to be on the same page, you know? They are going to be on total opposite ends of things at differing times,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. And it just, again, reveals more of Ruby's mental state, that, like, this just feels like an unsurmountable battle, and this information's just even worse, because it's like, oh my god, Penny died, and they still got the relics, like,
Yeah.
what was the point?
Yeah, exactly. But the point was, they saved everyone else.
Yeah.
So...
And obviously just this little moment of, like,
loved
trying not
this
to let
moment.
RWBY slip too far
Yeah.
into this headspace, because it's a bad place for her to go, and it's really not productive.
Also likening her to
Ironwood.
the way that Ironwood
Yeah.
was thinking, which I thought was a really interesting way to put it, but I think the right way to put it as
Yeah.
well, to be like, well, actually,
This is a slippery slope.
it's a
basically.
really slippery slope,
Yeah.
and if you continue thinking like this, you are just going to go down the same path as Ironwood did, and that's not good.
Yeah.
So,
And then we get everybody walking through this nice field as Jean's like, go to my village, we'll sort this shit out.
how
Like,
did you get through the kingdom?
yeah. Whilst the storm's on the
Alone.
horizon.
Yeah,
A funky storm.
a very funky storm, and they're talking about how they actually had help. It was the cat, and then Jean is beefing with a cat.
Unlike you, he was like, cat last week. Or last live stream.
Listen, I love that sneaky little fuck.
Yeah, they are a very sneaky little fuck.
Yeah. I think it's because the cat is voiced by Robbie Daymond, and I love Robbie Daymond, so
Did we miss a super chat?
we might have.
Whoopsies. I'm very good at this. Actually, I think if I go to top chat, I'll get it. Nope.
Nope.
We will find it.
Bear with us while we find this.
You want to continue the...
No, you're doing it all wrong. Change it again from top chat
Mm-hmm.
to live chat. And then you're gonna have to scroll up to try and find
Yeah.
who asked for it.
I know I got it. You want to just continue the... I'll look for it.
I have no fucking idea where I got to.
Okay, well, I will continue then, and you
Okay.
can look. So then the cat shows up.
Oh yeah. Love that kid.
Love that kid. Oh, for God's sake, Sadie. I look, destroys the top of the desk. Remember that time
Continue
you
talking.
remember that time that you spelt tea
Oh.
when you were spelling the tea?
We've lost the chat because you changed it from all chat to top chat.
We will read the super chats out at the end. I mean, we'll still see them in real time. I don't know why we're not getting them. It's quite annoying. They'll come when we're at the bottom. I guess the chat's just moving also very quickly, to be fair, because there's
Yeah.
nearly 300 people in here. So
Shark Messiah, if you tag us again and just ask the question, don't send another super chat. I'm not going to ask you to send more money.
yeah,
But if you send the question again and then tag us like you did, it flashes up in a different colour, so we'll be able to find it.
if I had a nickel for every time I didn't trust a character voiced by Robbie, I'd have 2 nickels. But it's weird that happened twice. Honestly, I'm just used to him from Critical Role and like
Yeah.
completely trust him. So it's really
Completely
interesting
trust him.
to have
He's
this.
my favourite little man.
Yeah, we all remember the tea incident. Shall we?
No, we didn't suggest that they're teabagging RWBY.
That was
Not at all.
absolutely not. I think that was someone in the
I
chat.
still can't believe that that John's beefing with a cat.
I can. He's old.
It's so funny.
He's old. Do you know what old men do when they have like a garden and
true,
a cat
they beef
pisses
with
in it?
cats.
They beef with those cats.
Yeah.
He's beefing with the cat pissing on his lawn.
Mm-hmm.
And that is quite valid for an old man who's just tired and done.
Yeah.
Like, you can't kill the cat, but you can be annoyed about it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the thing about the cat is that, as they themselves say, it's not that they didn't lie, it's just that they didn't tell certain truths. Like, they weren't asked.
They weren't asked, yeah.
Like, they didn't reveal certain parts of information because they were not asked. Yeah, his role as Dorian to the Curious Cat, that's, like, a very weird transition, but I'm so here for it.
Yeah.
And, yeah, John wants to kill a cat, basically, in conclusion. Our fucking live chat, man. Our live chat is so...
That's very, very funny.
Down bad. And then, obviously, we get the... Now all of them starting to realise that this set path that they've been on, that the cat has been helping them on, might have been, like, a complete pile of bullshit.
Exactly.
And not actually a way to get them home.
No. Not even close. And now we understand why Jean's beefing with a cat.
And now we understand why Jean is beefing with the cat.
Honey, you should probably do your schoolwork. I am gonna mum up on you. You should probably do your schoolwork. I can't tell you what to do because I'm not actually your mum, but like, you should probably be doing your homework.
The duality of cats, honestly. Look at how cute they are, though.
Like, how could you not trust?
Well, I don't trust at all, but
like, how could you not?
I actually love the shift here because the way, like, the music has been kind of whimsical around the cat. This was the first time that it kind of shifted to be a bit more sinister while the cat was talking. And that did make me be like, with the cat. Well,
I just had a thought.
Okay, give me the thought.
But I'm going to have to speak it out loud in the off chance that it happens, because if I say, I thought that during the live stream, and it does happen, everyone's going to be like, you're a liar. But Jean said that they went to the tree with Alex and Louis.
Yeah.
But only Alex came back. But what if they somehow swapped? And that's why the story is written as it is.
What? That Louis...
Because Louis became Alex and then wrote the story from a good perspective. Just throwing it out there, because my brain was just like, here you go. At the, like, optimal time, obviously, because it's on a live stream, but, like, I'm not saying that it's true. I'm just throwing it out there in case it does come to fruition. I don't think it's true, though.
I think that the thing with the cat is it just serves a very specific purpose here.
Yeah.
And it's serving its purpose to the letter.
Yeah.
And would tell you everything if you asked, but you have to ask, like, pointed questions. In the same way that, like, Ambrosius in Volume 8, you had to give very specific instructions.
The most specific, yeah. Which is why they ended up with the void to fall through in the first place. So.
And then the storm cloud is getting closer and closer. Well,
But
everybody's having a domestic in a field.
It got worse because Jean was mad.
Yeah. But I don't know if it was also Ruby getting mad or frustrated too, because obviously Ruby's emotions we have already seen affect things here, and this was obviously like a moment of like, Jesus Christ, basically.
Yeah, exactly. I also think that Lil could be Lewis as well.
Yeah, we'll get into the
Either way,
little Lewis theories, because I said it.
Going.
I said it in the reaction too.
Yeah, so anyone that's seen the reaction, you know.
Yeah. We will talk about it. And then obviously the cat's like, just...
We're at a crossroads.
Let's send you to a literal crossroads.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it was the storm as well, like, the storm basically creates this, which was why Jean was like, we need to get, like, inside, because this is fucky. He's clearly been caught in this before, and I'm sure had some angst.
Yeah, for sure. And was probably stuck in there for a long time until it, like, the actual storm passed, you know? I don't know, everything seems fucky here. I feel like emotions could be related in some way. Anyway.
Ah, yes, the literal crossroads. That, obviously, these four end up at, including poor Juniper.
I know.
Who, it's just like...
The way that Juniper was...
Wish the momentum that both Teddy and Kelly looked at each other right after John's comment about the bees having something else you need to work through was also screenshot. Honestly, like, I'll watch the reaction, it's on Patreon, but I'll probably post some clips of a compilation clip of that particular sequence because there's a lot of fun things in there.
There was so
But yeah, as soon as he said that, we were just like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Honestly, it was great.
And this reminded me of when Weiss got sucked into the pneumatic tube. The like postal system, it reminded me of that.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's so funny.
Yeah, where she was like, this place is really the pits.
Yeah, it was like, don't fucking insult me, I'll eat you. And then just like, womp.
Yeah.
Right back down.
Yeah. Weiss and the Ever After are just always going to be like, clashing then.
Yeah.
They're never going to be bros.
Never gonna be friends.
Yeah. Weiss can't stop falling into shit, basically.
Honestly, it's true. Weiss eating it is the gift that keeps on giving.
It honestly is. It's still funny every time. I just like this time she was just like done. Like she was like, I deserved that. Like, or had that
she
covered.
landed and was like, that was on me.
Yeah.
Actually, I can't even pretend to be mad about it. That was all my fault.
Oh Jesus! Right. This is the dramatic cut, isn't it? The dramatic cut.
The dramatic cut. Yes. But I thought the lighting was so cool.
Well, yeah, because this was like the storm, right? It was the transition between where they were in the storm.
He was gonna walk through the like doorway, essentially, which then like leads on to the storm. But I had to include this, even though it's a bit of a like freaky shot because his eyes are still really shiny, but he's in shadow. Because we just used to never get things like this with such heavy shadows.
Yeah,
you know?
well, it's even though there's no like actual part of the lightning and storm happening here, it's supposed to be allow the transition to the next scene.
Yeah.
But I also just love here because obviously Ruby and Weiss are like, once Weiss is eating shit again, they're like, where are Blake and Yang? And John very casually, because he's been here before and knows what this fucking place is like and what it does, is just like, oh yeah, I guess they have something they haven't resolved.
They've got something better to resolve. La la la.
And that was the moment we knew we were fucked.
Yeah, absolutely. I need to take this bee costume off. It's killing me.
No.
Give me 2 seconds.
Do not DB.
Well, we're about to get our own bees. So...
That's true.
God, it's so awkward to get off.
Well, yeah, it's all just a one-piece suit, isn't it?
Oh.
Excellent. Get that bee costume down. Was it worth it?
It's really itchy. I can't lie.
Get it on the damn chair and sit down.
God. Give me a break.
It's like you've scalped you've been flayed.
I feel like I have.
Right. Continue. You're just sorting your life out now.
Yeah.
Because the bee costume is like friction.
Oh. Right. Oh dear.
That's because you complain on live streams about it being hot all the time and don't take off like the hoodie that you're wearing.
No, because I'm scared that my shirt will come up with it.
And then you didn't get the correct transition, but yeah, it transitions from John to Yang.
The thing is that if I got every cool transition, I would be here with 200 screenshots, so.
Yes. Just what the people want.
Yeah.
We're way past 300 actually.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Thanks for being here, y'all.
Hey. Oh boy. Well, I guess we're starting this scene.
It's okay, it's only the beginning.
Yeah, I know, but I just knew we were fucked as soon as this scene started.
As soon as I saw the name of the
episode,
I was like, we're fucked.
Yeah. So the Clouds decide, well, these two seriously have some unresolved shit, so I'm just gonna throw them onto a literal rickety bridge between them that is currently broken.
It's very Kung Fu Panda of them.
Yeah. And they got to bridge the gap.
They do.
Yeah. Again, shout out to Barb and Aaron for even just this bit of dialogue when they were shouting for each other and be like, you good?
Yeah.
Not really. This is really fucked.
I feel very normal about this. So casual and calm. Like, really, really normal.
And then we cut back to everyone else having a fairly normal time, actually.
But they're not, also because Jean's like, this will go quicker, you know, like a dad when you're out on like some sort of trip, and they're like, maybe if you didn't drag your heels we would get there faster, and you're like, Dad, no, like, you know, that's what it felt like in this scene for me. Would you agree?
Yeah. Very much so.
Yeah.
The ever after was tired of their pining and said, let me do it myself, basically. Fine, I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
It was that exact vibe.
Honestly, yeah.
And then we get this very interesting reflection shot. So these, like, warped mirrors.
Yeah. They're like water.
Yeah.
But
so they
mirror things.
show your sort of deepest thoughts at the time, or things that you would maybe rather not be reflecting.
Thank you, Perfect Kirby. And you're absolutely right.
When you're so gay for each other, an entire freaking pocket dimension chips you.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, pocket dimensions have it right.
They do. They know
I figured it out. It's one of the few things that ever after was like, excellent, 10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna leave a great review on TripAdvisor.
Mm-hmm. Would come back.
Would 100% come back.
Going to spend my honeymoon here.
But we got the summer rose crumbs here as we see summer reflected in RWBY. Seems like we're getting a lot more of summer crumbs this volume, which makes sense because last volume we also obviously got the Silver-Eyed Warrior Grim reveal with the Hound.
Yeah.
So transitioning to having a bit more summer this time, like her weapon seemingly in the blacksmith shop. Yeah. A lot of people thinking that the blacksmith himself might be Summer that's ascended. But yeah, certainly, and then obviously RWBY giving over the medallion as well that was Summer's, a mother's promise. It's just, yeah, Summer's ghost really seems to be haunting her. Honestly, fair that you missed this, because like I missed it when we watched it. You caught it.
I caught it.
But my brain was already malfunctioning.
I don't even know how I noticed it.
Yeah,
I was just watching and then I was like, that was Summer. And you were like, what? But it was already gone. It was that fast.
Yeah. And then of course we get smiley happy Penny and John says he remembers gutting her
in front of Winter.
Oh. Listen, it was real sad actually, but this is how I cope with sad things. I feel like the chat just stopped because of me. Everyone was just like that awkward fucking like... monkey gif.
Yeah.
You know that?
Oh, that one.
Yeah, the one where it's just like that monkey. And then we got Weiss. I can't describe it nicer. No, I'm afraid not. It's already out there.
I'm so sorry.
If I was going to be really Scottish about it, I would say shafted, which is even worse.
But we already used that on Weiss.
We did use that on Weiss.
We can't recycle jokes.
Yeah.
So.
So we have Weiss obviously reflecting on Atlas falling, and I loved the touch in this scene. I mean, the music in this episode was just 10 out of 10 anyway, but this was playing the same motif when Atlas falls in the end of Volume 8. It was the same in the background, and that was just a really nice touch. Just that was
KOC
real good.
Also just pointed it out at the same time.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, as you were saying it.
Yeah. It helped we obviously recently rewatched the end of Volume 8, so as soon as I heard it, I was like, oh, that's that music.
Yeah.
And then we get obviously
into the
story of how Jean came to be the Rusted Knight in the story, and how in fact Alex was
very different.
Yeah, but mainly here that the information that she was not in fact alone here, and that she did have a brother called Lewis.
Yeah.
Who apparently is an allusion to Lewis Carroll.
Yeah.
Actually, like when I was watching this, I was just like, he reminds me of Percy, actually.
He does.
The coat and the glasses.
He does.
The Percival vibes.
But he also reminds me of a character in our D&D, so...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's just so freaking cute, man. Like, so stinking cute.
So stinking. And, we see how Jean found himself basically following into the story that he would have known too, because he had all his sisters.
Yeah, and realising that he was, in fact, the Rusted Knight.
Yep. when will episode 6 reaction come out? We do it a week after it comes out, like for premium subscription. It goes on YouTube a week after on the public YouTube, but it's already up on Patreon if you wanted to support us there.
So if you want to see our reaction, it's right here.
Well, well, yes, via the
link
Patreon.
is right there. And if not, you'll see it a week from now, uploaded onto YouTube. Also, Alex has provided us with a new
excellent new template. And obviously, the Curious Cat just being there too.
Lewis was also there, but I'd already got that screenshot before I'd noticed that Lewis also came into it, so I was like, well, I'm not.
I don't know if we know if Lewis is the older or younger brother. He looks a little bit older, but I can't imagine it's by much.
Or if they're twins.
Or
maybe.
they could potentially be twins. I feel like that's something they would have flagged, though.
Yeah.
That they were twins.
Probably.
But yeah, look at them hanging about with Herb. What did I call him again?
What did we call Herb again, guys?
Oh my god. It was to do with his damn rustling. Russell!
Oh, Russell!
Yes!
Yes.
Russell!
He's called Russell. I love how you were like, what's to do with this damn rustling?
He's always rustling them leaves.
Always rustling around. And then you were like, oh! He's called Russell. Tussle.
Oh man.
Oh.
We love everybody just like Russell solidarity. In
Russell solidarity.
God, yeah, we know it's Russell. It's the... Oh man. Truffle like the mushroom. And yeah, so apparently Alex, when she goes to see Russell,
changed a lot.
Yeah. In his, because don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do drugs.
But
he said something to her.
Can you forget the Russell? Listen, I feel like my brain's been wiped by this episode. Like I went through a car wash.
Yeah, it was when you went to go pick up our food and you phoned me because you were like, I need to make sure that I don't crash the car. As if being on the phone to me was going to stop that.
It's because my brain was just like not working at all. It was totally it was wiped clean, like nothing going on up there. I saw someone on Twitter say that Lewis probably left it ever after because the writer of Alice in Wonderland is Lewis Carroll. Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know. It seems like an allusion to that, or if that's just like a throw you off thing, because it's a nice like close connection.
Like a red herring.
Yeah.
Also, thank you for the super chat.
But yeah, so Alex changes after this. She shifts from not nice, to be fair. Lewis is the nice one.
Actively avoiding.
Distrustful, manipulative. Like before, she was just like a bit conceited by the looks of things. But I mean, honestly, it like just had major Neo vibes actually when she with the shift.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it any other time that you've posted it, Shark. I'm really sorry that we missed it, but it's genuinely not coming up.
I mean, I'll go back, but there's so many damn people in here.
Yeah. Like, there are 300 people in here, so...
And we have no mods.
Yeah.
I genuinely haven't seen it, though.
No. And I've been keeping an eye out for it.
Unless it's got, like, a swear word in it or something that's causing it to get blocked, potentially. Oops. Yeah, so Jean's starting to have a bit of a heavy...
Big doubt.
Freak. Yep. That he that he's not being trusted, and that there's no way out of here, and that they're probably being lied to. Ooh, sorry, just went back.
That's okay. No.
Did we see that one?
Yeah, PJ, you're still a mod.
Oh, is PJ still a mod? Oh, thank you,
I genuinely
PJ.
have not seen it, but thank you for unblocking it, PJ.
Ah, there we go. It does have a swear word on it. Maybe that's why we weren't saying.
Yeah.
Because that's like, we've got that blocked from experience. Do you want to read it and I'll get the next screen?
Can you scroll up a little bit because it keeps moving?
Yeah.
First Yabies, second, that end scene with Ruby gives me more villain vibes. Maybe she will sacrifice Neo to get out. We have 3 episodes left. Panic time.
4 episodes.
Yeah, we're on episode 6, so we have 4 left.
7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah.
Ruby does give me villain vibes, but I will go into that a little bit more when we actually get to the screenshot at the end, if that's okay.
Yeah.
But yes, panic is high. Lewis's design low-key reminds me of Ozma/Ozpin.
Yeah.
Maybe what Alex saw was finding out that her brother wasn't really her brother, and that's why she was so distrustful. Ooh. Like he was actually Ozpin?
I don't know, it feels like too many cooks, too many layers. I don't know. Maybe the smoke showed her like that her only way out of here was herself, that she couldn't trust other people to get her out because only so many people can leave, because that does seem to be the way of it, is like apparently you have to sacrifice someone to get out to the tree. You can't just leave. So maybe that was like what the smoke showed her, was basically that she had to like, yeah, it's about random things in here.
Yeah, it's Fluff from the bee costume. But I thought it might have been a spider and I was freaking for a sec.
It was not a spider. I would have definitely said if it was a spider.
Thank you.
And then we get to see Jean reflecting on a young
boy.
banana boy.
Young banana boy.
Young banana loaf.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's sad to see, like, again, I mean, that must be, see the little hair tie, I'm sure that's from his sash that's just got so worn down. But, yeah, it's sad for him to see, like, who he was.
Yeah.
And realistically, probably will never get that back. Because unlike a Grogurt Parfait, I don't think there's a get young Parfait.
No, I don't think so. And especially because Russell has been, like, removed, you know?
Mm. And then we cut back to the gals just
pondering
general concern about everything.
Mm-hmm. Remember when Weiss said Alex was doing what she needed to survive? Maybe the smoke told her to do whatever it takes.
Yeah, basically is what I'm
maybe.
feeling like it did, is that it was like the only way you're getting out of here is like betraying everyone else.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the only one that you can trust is yourself. So that was a nice click.
Did you do a little click?
Did I do a little click? I don't know.
Oh, boy.
No.
Now we're in it. We're rolling it now, boys. It begins. So yeah, we cut back to the bridge and nothing happens, and it's really nice.
Nothing happens, completely normal about it.
Yeah.
Then the cat gets mad. Episode over.
Credits roll. And we wait for the next one.
Dan, surprisingly, you're here just in time. We've discussed right up until here. So I'd say that you've arrived at the optimal time.
Yes. Yeah. Honestly, just on time. Genuinely. So, yeah.
Completely normal bridge. Nothing's gonna happen here. You know?
So we get back to the gals that are not at the crossroads.
Cool scene, but nothing really happened, right?
And we get... Are we gonna even be able to get through this? Yeah, so we get the two of them in a pretty dangerous predicament, to be fair. It looks like a kind of faultier death as far as it looks.
It's like really high.
You can't see the bottom.
And then when the clouds kind of clear a little bit, it's like over cliffs.
Yeah.
So, like,
not good.
Yeah, I would say that like falling here is probably death. Even though it's in a storm, I feel like it's kind of death.
Right. Let's go.
Okay.
She has you in a chokehold, Sunny. True. And she looks extra adorable in this scene. But so basically, it's them saying, well, Blake's like, I'd feel a whole lot better if we were together, on that
platform, yeah.
And that causes the first of the planks to basically form in front of Blake.
Thank you for the super chat, which says, a woman love woman ship that literally needed to be threatened with ultimate doom by a magical storm before they admitted their feelings. Sounds about right. Which,
honestly, it's that hard. It is that hard.
Sometimes it's really that hard. I can't lie.
Oh, man.
Who would have thought Yang's big moment would be in a thunderstorm?
I know. This was so cute, actually, the way like the animated Yang with a little kick here onto it.
Oh, yeah, so the last two screenshots, I was trying to remember exactly where they are because...
Well, Blake, it's...
It was when she was like, you have cat ears. I think your cat ears are really cute.
You also missed... Oh, no, wait, is that...
That's that part. Because she jumps forward and she's like, woo, I did it. Although I don't really know what it is.
No, because, yes, but before that she says, because they're both trying to figure out what's going on, and Yang's basically like, well, you'll figure it out, like, you're really good at this kind of thing. And that causes...
Yeah, a step,
and that's when she says the cat ears thing.
Yeah. Yeah, because Blake had already said about the platform, which had given her a step. Yeah. So...
Yeah, I can't believe this. Like, the only way to cross it is to just reveal your heart, basically.
In a life or death situation. And then when she encourages her to go on...
Well, because they're taking turns,
so... I am sick to death of these gays. Oh, man. God. Sick to death. Look at her.
Oh. It's so cute.
She's so baby.
I'm good at complimenting Blake. This is going to be easy. The problem is it had to be genuine, like things that she wouldn't say, or was scared to say. But yeah, I love the way that like when they both kind of confirmed that it was like, well, it seems to be stuff that we need to say to each other that we haven't said to each other. That's what causes the bridge to form. So yeah, Yang's like, cool, that sounds like a solid plan. You go next.
Let's go. Also, I will point out, because people are like talking about the whole predicament of having to be put in a essentially life or death situation to be able to like talk about their feelings. And anyone that's seen my reaction will know that I tearily talked about this. Because we had to pause the reaction. Just so that we could like compose ourselves.
We were very teary.
Very teary.
It was a bad time, but a good time.
But like opening yourself up to love like that when you're not entirely convinced that that person likes you back is absolutely fucking terrifying. Like, oh.
Sorry for making you cry. It's only gonna get worse.
It will get worse. But it's so scary to open yourself up for that potential rejection because like, not only does she love Blake, as we come to learn in this scene, although we've known it for years personally. But Blake is like her closest friend. She's part of her team. She's her partner, like in the team kind of thing. To admit that she had feelings for Blake, and Blake being like, what the fuck is wrong with you, would be detrimental to everything for her. Yeah. You know? So, like, it's no wonder that they had to be put in a literal life or death situation for her to be like,
yeah.
Do-do-do.
And I do feel like Blake didn't feel the same reservations, but she also just didn't want to push. Like, she wanted Yang to, like, come to her almost. Yeah. Is the feeling I get from it, and it kind of comes across in this scene too, obviously.
Yeah, but she wasn't... You pointed this out when we were talking about it afterwards, was that Blake wasn't like, you need to tell me that you love me, you need to, like, say how much you like me, kind of thing. She was just like, I think it's just things that we want to say to each other that we didn't do before, you know? And that's that.
God, yeah, basically, it says a lot about Yang, the sassy girl who flirts and jokes, who's the most scared to be fully open. Exactly.
Yeah, but the flirts and jokes
we know that humour was, like, the front, because Ren already called her ass out in that last volume.
Yeah.
It was just like, you need to stop joking, like,
yeah,
to, like, cover up the fact that you're scared. It's okay to be scared.
Yeah.
And it's the same with, like, being scared, like, to open herself up romantically, too. And
Yeah.
also, she's terrible at flirting, which I love because she was always terrible at flirting, especially with someone she actually likes.
She's always been awful. At
Awful.
it. Awful. Until she's actually being sincere.
Yeah.
And then at that point, because she's being sincere, it means more. Because when she's flirting, like, oh yeah, love it when you're feisty, like,
Yeah.
that could be a flirt, and it could just be like a, I do like it when you get all fired up because you're my best friend kind of thing, you know? Like, there's no clear line.
Yeah.
It's not a flirting to flirt.
Yeah.
It's flirting because it's the only thing she really knows how to do. So.
Yeah, and Blake does have more experience too, so it also makes sense that she would just kind of like hold Yang's hand in this situation and just let her
she's letting her find her feet.
Quite literally.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is where Blake was saying basically like all of the really nice things that she thinks about Yang.
Well, go to the next screenshot because this is
Yang's reaction.
this really fucking killed me, actually.
Yeah, because she went from very smooth, smirky to like when Blake started like pouring her heart out, she was just like, okay.
Yeah, she was like smother me in compliments, and then Blake did, and she was like, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Thank you so much for the super chat.
God, yeah, it's been wild in here tonight on the super chats. That's great.
It has.
It means we can give a lot actually to the charity. Which will be real nice.
I kind of thought that if something like this happened, though, that the super chats would be popping off.
Yeah, I really did like Yang's expression here because, yeah, it's a nice scenario to be in, but I don't think she expected such a genuine thing from Blake, and I don't know if she even realised that that's what Blake thought about her.
Well, yeah, because, like, Blake could have turned around and been like, I really like your hair, you know?
Yeah.
Step forward.
Yeah,
but it was so deep.
Yeah, it was everything that you know, that we, the audience, have known that Blake thinks about Yang.
Yeah, because we've seen it contextually, but they've just never verbally confirmed that with each other.
First I lolled, but then I serioused. Yeah, basically, because Blake's, what was it?
Yang is the top, and this is Yang.
She said basically that she loves...
How she's brave.
How even when she's scared, like, she's brave, like, she does what needs to be done, that she does what she says, that she, like, stands by her words, like, what she says is what she does, which is so important to someone like Blake, who has been manipulated and lied to, including by romantic partners, who really did not do what they said or were manipulative and whatnot.
Fugo gets it. Yang had a full-on fanfic moment in real life.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, she did.
Yeah. It was just so damn soft.
Oh, I just love them so damn
You do what you say, yeah, basically. And that's true. She has, like, for the almost entirety of RWBY, basically. She's been pretty authentically that. She's not, Man.
And even when she was mad, she didn't try and hide that, which, like,
yeah,
though it was kind of awkward to watch, because I was like, oh god, what was Yang doing? She's, like, demolishing her relationships at the time. She was still being completely genuine, because she was still willing to show that she was mad about it, you know? So...
Yeah. Aaron and Barb, 100% amazing job during this scene. And they definitely did it justice. I mean, the whole scene was exactly what I've wanted for such a long time, that...
Yeah, like...
And it felt more than what I was expecting.
It was much more. That's the thing that I keep thinking about with this, is that I didn't know exactly how I wanted it to go.
Yep. Could get my guns out, 'cause I am roasting.
I'll take
so
that
is all this
what the hell?
B chat.
COP. It was like, who just sent us $4,000?
Blake has better or worse experience. Both. Oh my god, you can't just take my coat.
Yes, I can. I told you I was taking it.
So rude.
I just remembered Yang was asked to basically trade this moment away for her arm back. Thank god she didn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
True, actually, I wouldn't have read this has your perfume on it. So I have to
starts crying.
I have to share this story before we go even further in, because
Into
this
hell.
happened this week. But Kelly was talking about how she needed to get a new perfume. And I was like, oh, you have some of your old perfume in the cupboard downstairs. So, like, you can use that until you can get a new one kind of thing. But it was the same perfume that she wore at the start of our relationship. And she put it on before going to work one day. And I gave her a hug and burst into tears because it just reminded me of the start of our relationship.
It was very soft.
And now you're wearing it today because I can smell it.
Big tears.
Big tears in my fucking eyes.
Tears in my eyes.
Oh.
Yeah, so Blake gets more of the steps because she is being...
She got 4 because she said 4 nice things about Yang.
Yeah. Yeah, and all with meaning.
Mm-hmm. All with heart.
Hearts, man. That's so cute. And we continue into hell. Try not to cry about it too much.
Yeah.
Bit free.
Look at her face. It's insane. I've never been normal about anything ever in my life.
Man.
I haven't brought up that tweet. Arnold tweeted about it earlier, and
Yeah.
I was like sitting on that couch over there sobbing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I remember seeing him tweet it. I think.
Way back, volume 2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did. I do remember seeing him tweet it.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember, but I did. Oh, it just breaks my heart. Anyway.
Also, yeah, Blake saying trying to keep up to Yang.
Oh, try and keep up.
So cute.
Oh, I've never been normal. Who was I kidding?
What are you doing?
I'm trying to find the tweet from Arnold.
Okay.
Just quickly. Unfortunately, I have been tweeting so much today.
Honestly, it really does feel like an eternity
Mm-hmm.
ago that chapter 1 happened at this point, and it was only a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so what Arnold put... For context, the tweet from Monty was all good romance is earned.
Mm-hmm.
Which was posted on the 7th of September,
After
I believe.
burning the candle, right?
Which, as Arnold... Yeah, 7th of September 2014. Which, as Arnold pointed out, Monty made this tweet 3 days after Burning the Candle was released during Volume 2. You're free to debate how it was executed, but it was always planned, is what Arnold said. And he's totally right. I think this was his plan all along.
I mean, what a fucking slow burn. I am so jealous of all the people that... I mean, in the same way, though, it's been fun to be here for all the highs and lows, especially the Volume 4-5 wilderness years.
Yeah.
But, like, it has been very fun to be here, but it'll be nice for other people that could just, like, watch all of this in, like, a weekend. Can you imagine?
Oh, I think it would take a little bit longer than a weekend.
I don't think it would be much, though.
I think you could easily get, like, Volume 1 to 7 in a weekend, but maybe not
Madness.
past that. But...
Yeah.
But yeah, like, in terms of slow burn romance, this is definitely the most slow burn I've seen. But
to be honest, it's
worth
still worth it. Like, now you're gonna have
completely
all of
worth it.
this. Now you're gonna have all of this from Volume 1 to now, and it's gonna be this really nice journey to watch.
Yeah. 10 years later.
Bro, insane. It's always worth it when you get there. That's the thing with all of these kind of things.
Yeah, exactly.
So cute. Everybody's been so wholesome on the fucking chat.
I know. I was actually... I'm gonna touch wood before I say this. I was scared that there were gonna be some people that were gonna come in being mean, but everyone's just really nice today. That makes me really happy.
Or maybe Far Cry's just that good a mod.
Yeah. Maybe PJ and Miyuki are actually just out there like modding like fuck.
Yeah.
Getting it before we even see it.
I think it's just Far Cry we have.
No, Miyuki's here too.
Oh my god, the police are here.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, yeah, if, otherwise it's just a wholesome stream.
Maybe it is just a wholesome stream, yeah.
Love and life.
Oh yeah, because Yang was talking about how Blake was never afraid of her, like never intimidated by her.
Yeah, I loved that.
Even when, what was it she said? It was like, even when you weren't.
Even when you didn't really like me.
That was it,
Yeah.
yeah. And she was like, oh, I was just wary of people, like everyone.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I feel like she looks so much like Aaron in this shot too. I don't know, it's just something about her expression.
Do you know what I love as well about the fact that we've waited this long for the animation to get to this point as well, is that the reason Blake's hand is here is because the wind like blew her hair over her face and she grabbed it to like move it out of the way, you know? We never would have got something like that in the early volumes.
No, they could never have done this scene like this.
Like,
even just a few volumes
volume
ago.
4 to like 5, we wouldn't have been able to get this level of detail.
Yeah, and it also ties into his chat, say, like, when she was describing Yang, it looks scary, but isn't. Yeah, because Blake was never really intimidated by Yang.
No, because she'd met far worse people.
Yeah.
To know that Yang was actually not someone to be afraid of. She just was wary of letting anyone in, you know? Whew. Yeah, because Yang was like, let's make this go faster.
Yeah, because it was
Is
just
there anything else to get off our chest?
any
And Blake
big
was
truths that we haven't told each other.
Yeah.
We were just like...
Blake was just like, rise and shine.
Yeah, and the way that the clouds part here and start to shift into their aura colours. Fuck me.
And also the fact that the storm like kind of eased off as well.
Yep.
Yeah. Even God ships us. Thank you again, Adrian.
And then do you get... I'm not sure what you've got here. Oh, you don't.
That's her doubtful face.
Yeah, but prior to this we get... Yeah, because basically, like, that's what Yang says is is there any more truths we're keeping for each other? And Blake does this face. Mm-hmm. And I think Yang looks and sees...
She looks like very...
Yeah.
deer caught in the headlights, and then doubts.
And sees exactly, like, what it is that's in Blake's heart, and it is scary.
It scares her.
Like, it's great, but it's scary.
It's what she wanted, but sometimes what you want is a very scary thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Clouds do seem to run from the sky. They couldn't make it official until it was as beautiful as possible.
It's true.
Basically. This was, like, optimum.
It's
like,
absolutely
optimum how they can
accurate.
make it look. Also, yeah, the concept art for this scene I did see on Twitter. Absolutely gorgeous.
So pretty.
Yeah.
I want to print it out and put it everywhere.
But I do
So
love
pretty.
that Yang does have this moment of doubt because, like, the intensity of seeing the intensity of feeling on Blake's face, the most intense we've seen it, it's so much for her that there's just this little moment of hesitation.
It's the doubt again.
Yeah.
It's like, am I misreading my friend's reaction when she's just my friend, you know?
Yeah.
But that moment of doubt is enough to just like shunt them right back. Further than they were before, actually, I think.
Also, yeah, the moment where they hear each other's thoughts, that bit.
Oh, kill me off.
It feels like falling off a cliff.
Yeah.
And then Blake's like, I think we're already falling, though.
It can't be about that, can it? The way that her hair folded back. Oh.
Did we ever expect this scene to be this good in your wildest dreams? You know, it's very hard to, like, imagine it because so much has happened in the show. There's so many times where it's like, oh, maybe this could have led this way. And also when you have a lot of time with stuff like this, you create so many scenarios in your head of how you want it to be. Mm-hmm. But to be honest, I never really thought about the details. It was just like how it would make me feel, and it
Yeah.
did make me feel how I wanted to.
I never had in my head, I mean, we've talked about this, but I don't know how much I've talked about it online, but I can't, like, visualize things very well in my head.
Mm-hmm.
So I've never had a picture of what I wanted it to look like, but all I wanted from it was it to feel genuine.
Yeah.
I didn't want it to be, like, a very rushed, like, I love you, and then being like, I can't believe I just said that. Like, I wanted it to have meaning, and that was, like, the most important part for me. It had to feel real, which is what they did. So, looking forward to background beats for the rest of the series.
Honestly.
Yes, me too.
Well,
I'm
that's
so excited.
I actually joked about that earlier. I was like, oh my god, no, we might actually hear them be like, babe.
I know, you were like, are we gonna hear Blake and Yang calling each other babe now? And I was like, that's so fucking cute. Kill me off.
Oh, they really did pop off, man.
They did.
How do we continue?
Nothing on the RWBY bingo is said in a fairy tale land in the sky on a pillar.
Listen, it didn't matter, did it? In the end, it's just the execution was there, and it was the perfect way to do it.
Also, just to point out, like, it's nice that we're gonna be able to see them as a couple. But the problem that Cachedora and Korosami had was they were kind of dictated to by.
Not Cachedora as much as Korosami.
Not as much, but I feel like they needed the whole story to actually, like.
Well, the
to the
circumstances were
point.
super different in She-Ra, to be fair.
Yeah. but
Whereas Korosami was
Korosami-
very much about the Nickelodeon execs.
and
that
the
they weren't even
network.
sure they'd be able to do what they did.
Yeah, let alone.
And also, it was fucking 2013, 2014. Like, I think people forget. That is, like, almost 10 years ago.
It's
that
when
that
RWBY
finale
started.
aired. Yeah.
You know?
It was a long
Like-
time ago.
RWBY's really lucky to be run by an independent company. Sure, it's part owned by Warner Brothers now, but clearly Bumblebee was something that was always planned.
Yeah.
So
I can
they had
like
to sign on knowing.
I can take on like criticism of Korosami a little bit, like, but I always have that in the back of my mind that like it really was like breaking ground with what it did, in very
as
restrictive
someone pointed out-
circumstances. Can I like keep talking?
Yeah, I
still?
was just gonna say Korosami walks when Bumblebee could run is what someone was saying.
I know.
Continue
Sorry. What was that saying?
about Korosami.
Yeah. I thought it was a super chat. That was all.
No,
Okay.
I'm just agreeing with what you were saying.
Well, yeah, like that was 2013, 2014. They didn't know what they could do. They just like they basically decided they were going to do something at the end, and they did what they did within like the limitations and parameters of Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon, who also screwed the show over in the last season by basically making it an exclusive online. And kept fucking up like the premiere. I was in the trenches for that too.
Didn't they also fuck it up because they said that they only had one season and then they were like, oh, I actually have more.
Yeah,
and that kind of like
yes.
fucked up the way that they could tell story.
A little bit too, because they had to sort of bookend like the first book, because they thought they were only going to get one season. But then eventually they started fucking it over with how they were actually broadcasting it to people as well. So there was a lot of things that were going against that show, and the way that it managed to finish is actually quite impressive.
Yeah.
But I also don't like people shitting on it that hard, because that particular show and that particular ending like means so much to so many queer people, and I feel like Bumblebee's sort of a successor to that in some ways, because it's this beautiful slow burn over so many volumes, and it's gonna continue in the next few episodes at the very least. Oh, there are big tears in my eyes. What?
I know how much they mean to you.
Yeah, that's why I'm just like, bitch. Not quite. Like,
No.
I can understand certain criticisms, but like, it does mean a lot to people, and the people that you see usually shitting on the ending of Korra are not generally queer people, and they're certainly not people that were like changed or touched by it, or of course their entire lives changed by it. Bro, my eyes.
Speaking from the heart there.
No.
No.
It's just
It's okay.
tears in my eyes. But yeah, Bumblebee personally feels like the natural successor for that too, because like I had Korosami that was like my final like push to come out.
Yeah.
And then I found RWBY through Korra really quickly afterwards. A lot of people from Korra moved into RWBY. And then I eventually met you through RWBY, and I would never have met you without RWBY. So, big gay story basically on this live stream, and somehow we're gonna get through the rest of this.
Somehow we're gonna get through it. If Kelly would stop crying, making me cry, that would be great.
No, I refuse. I will cry for all of this stream. I haven't seen the live chat in like the last 5 minutes because my eyes have been too moist.
Oh, it's okay. Everyone's just talking about like how much they love Korosami, and anyone that shits on them can like fight them.
Yeah, it's
Oh, sweetheart.
like I said, I can take actual normal criticisms, but you have to frame it within the context of what it actually was like back then for those kind of shows. Anyways,
Yeah.
Man, and you know somehow it ties into tonight because we're popping the biggest bottles, which
Exactly.
was a Korra meme at the time.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that we've come full circle on popping the biggest bottles for you. Because
Yeah.
you were there on that day when everyone was like popping the biggest bottles. I'm pretty sure you had like your own meme minute in the fandom or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, do you want me to get you some more water?
No, I will not hydrate. I didn't cry enough. I don't need to recoup my
Are you
tears.
kidding? We've been crying all day.
Shut up. Oh man. Oh man. My girlfriend crying does the same to me. Honestly,
Anyway.
it's just a wholesome time in this chat. That's what we're doing.
Oh, Jessie. It's okay. I wish I could say that the tears were feeding me, but I spent all afternoon crying and ended up absolutely starving.
Man. And then we have like Blake just been like,
Yeah.
well,
Did you think something and not say it out loud? I think is this scene.
yeah, where she said that because obviously the bridges like drew away from each other just for a second when it seemed like they were about to be on the platform.
Oh
and-
no, this is after it. This is when she was like, just say it, basically.
Yeah.
Just say it out loud.
Please just say it.
No.
Well, we know, and we already knew in Blake's heart, like that's just how she felt. It was so obvious, and for Yang too. It's just Blake's been more overt the last little while than Yang has been, because she's not been as scared about her feelings.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah. I don't even know what's next. I'm scared to keep going.
Just keep going. You don't need to scroll down though.
Oh yeah.
This is when they start reading each other's thoughts. I feel like this is just a byproduct of the pun storm, whatever it's called.
Punnage storm. Yeah, it's again that sort of like Blake holding Yang's hand here and just letting her like come to the conclusion and say it without pushing it.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's
Yeah.
been ready for this for a little while.
Well, what I think Yang is getting at here is like, if I take the jump, what if you don't catch me? You know?
Yeah, that was the kind of vibes.
Yeah.
Because that's why she was like, it's like falling off a cliff.
Thunderstorm. That's it.
Falling off of a cliff edge. But as Blake rightly points out, like, but we're falling together essentially, like, but we're already falling.
Yeah.
It's a collective.
Also, I just want to throw out there that I think that by the time that they get back to Remnant, that Sun will be like, finally, only took y'all 6 million trillion years to get together.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be that surprised because he saw how much the situation
Yeah.
between Blake and Yang hurt Blake particularly.
Yeah.
Like he was the witness to that.
We even had kind of confirmation of that when Neptune was like, what, you're just gonna let her go like that? And he was like, fuck off, man.
Basically. Yeah.
She's got her own life, plus we're not compatible, you know? So, like, when they come back, Sun's literally, I think, gonna be over the moon. I feel like he's the one that's had the bet on the longest that they're gonna get together. Genuinely.
Ugh.
Maybe we're already falling.
Yeah. I'm assuming they could hear each other's thoughts here. Bro.
I honestly think it's a byproduct of the storm. that they
Yeah.
can, you know?
Just getting there slowly.
It's okay. It's not like it's the very next screenshot. So, before we get any further on this as well, there was a tweet that I found by at Shiro's Boy on Twitter that says, "Flower language time. Those are white lilies, which are often used in weddings to signify rebirth or purity or a new chapter. Lilies are also one of the sweetest flowers, which means they tend to attract a lot of bees." So, I thought that was really, really cute. So, came for the bees, but I'm honestly still crying. But
The wholesome perfume story.
thank you.
It's very cute.
She literally hasn't worn it in like
A while.
at least 3 years.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
It's been a while.
I love also, because I'm pretty sure we see these flowers in the opening. I'm sure they're around the logo. So
Are they?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to look back on that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are. But yeah, I just love this. I finally had to say what she spelled for quite a while.
It was the way that Blake didn't let her linger on it either. She was like, "I think I love you," and Blake was like, "I love you too, bitch."
Yeah, instantaneously, like, in there.
Yeah.
Oh. I also just didn't, like, know if we were just going to get this just now.
I genuinely thought
This was
gonna
a
be
lot,
like,
as it
"I love
was.
you," and then they would end up back with the group.
Yeah.
You know? But no. They really were like, "Have a confession." Now, kids. And I was not prepared. I was like so not prepared.
Yeah, I just love that she never left Yang hanging for a second. Not even a second.
No.
She was in there.
Yeah.
Unlike you.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
Are you saying that your subtle attempts at trying to talk to me?
No.
Okay.
I'm just saying that I got to say I love you first, that's all.
Even though I was planning on saying it the same night. You just beat me to it.
Yeah. And that's
Ever after,
that's what
allow me
counts.
to be your officiate. I do love that. Thank you for the super chat. Right.
Yeah, next. I don't want to keep going next. I know what's next. Next is a lot. Bro. Yeah, so they're also on the same platform. Like, the bridge completely disappeared.
Even though they were so far away, she admitted it, Blake said it back, and then they were like immediately together.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what the storm was waiting for. It was like, we love your little compliments to each other. They're great, but it's not the thing we want.
Yeah, we want an "I love you," or you're getting thrown to the ground.
You were
Good luck with the cliffs.
into the abyss. I also just love all the people pointing out, like, the damn garden, like, you throwing it back to that fucking song from the Volume 4 soundtrack.
Our signs always say "I love you" first. We have to.
There's a garden where I go. And they did. They went
And they
to that
did
garden.
go.
I did not think...
I mean, they were forcibly put there, but they did go.
I was forcibly put in the garden.
Yeah.
Listen, it was worth it. I just didn't think that the bridge thing was going to turn into this cute little garden.
I didn't think it was going to be a garden. It was so cute.
They got their garden.
Kiss or you can't leave. I love that too, the way that it was the divider.
Yeah, in the previous one, yeah.
And then when that, like, dissipates, the sky blends together, because they're together on the platform. It's really cool.
I mean, yeah, there's no ambiguity with this. Like, they made sure of that. I haven't seen screen grab breakdowns yet, so this is... I've seen the episode again, but this is different to have it screen grab by screen grab. Man, can't cope.
It's the way that, like...
I always wanted Blake to, like, hold, like, the lapels too, and she fucking did.
Yeah.
Bitch.
She knew what the fuck was up. If someone wears a bomber jacket like that, you gotta hold them right here. You have to. It's the rules. You gotta hold them right there.
Why does I was forcibly put in the garden sound like a Victorian child? But yes, Blake grabbed her jacket and Yang's hands eventually loop round to Blake's back, like lower back.
And listen, so when we get to the actual
How many
kiss,
screen grabs did you take here? I hope I feel.
I'm gonna admit I did not take loads of screenshots because I'm known for getting like 200 and I'm trying to break that habit. However, that video that you showed me of Yang pulling Blake closer to her, insane. I actually have not been the same since I saw that, and I will never be the same again. Never.
Mental illness in it.
See, the thing is that I can't get more mental illness if I'm already mentally ill.
Yeah, we probably should pop the ball now, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Who's firing it?
You.
I'm firing it? Fuck yeah.
Get back from the microphone.
Oh.
Actually, I'm gonna turn the microphone down.
No, it's fine, it's fine.
No, I'm gonna
It's
turn
fine,
it down
I'm gonna
a
fire
little
it right at them. No, because they won't be able to hear us.
Yes, they will.
No,
See, it's
I'd
still...
literally... Nope,
No.
we are... I want their ears blown out.
No. No. Read the instructions, darling. Hold tube firmly.
Yep.
And then it says turn counterclockwise, even though the description...
Turn what?
The bottom.
Where's it gonna shoot, though?
Out from here.
Fuck.
Yeah.
This is big. Turn counterclockwise? Counterclockwise?
It says turn counterclockwise, but the picture shows it turning clockwise.
Oh shit!
I don't know what to do.
Okay.
I'm scared. I'm gonna plug my ears a little bit.
Right, ready? I'm gonna take all those fuckers out behind me that way.
Oh my god.
That feels like it's tight that way. Fucking hell! Wow. That stinks. Hey, at least it went up.
So bad. That's because it's 3 years old, bro.
I should have just aimed it at you.
No, it actually said to directly not do that.
Oh, I feel like I've like fucking broken eardrum actually.
There it goes. Because there's a slight lag on our side.
Oh, fucking hell.
I'll take a picture of that for Twitter.
Oh, Jesus. Well, it's empty.
Yeah.
Worth it. Popped the biggest bottles.
So sorry for the loud bang, y'all.
Like
it's 3 years old.
It's quite old.
Yeah, we bought it from Asda when we still had to, like, wear masks everywhere, and every time you went to the shops there was no bread or eggs or flour or rice. It was a weird time.
Yeah. But we prioritized like the good shit.
Yeah. It's okay. She's cradled Yang's face before. No, Yang's cradled Blake's face before.
There's still time.
There's still time.
Also, like, now that they're like past this point, they can be as touchy-feely as they like.
Exactly. Exactly. Anyway, I'm pretty sure the next screenshot is all of the flowers in the meadow.
Oh. Bro.
Oh.
Oh,
I'm gonna get...
keep the bottle as a memorial.
Honestly, yeah, fair. I'm gonna go get some more water, because I am thirsty.
It's all that popping.
It's all that popping, you're right.
And it's so chaotic in the background now. I feel like the camera's trying to focus on the fucking bottle. Excuse me. Falling to my knees in Walmart. Yeah, that's kind of my feeling as well, Pittman, as someone that's been pretty prominent in the fandom, particularly, like, visible for this pairing particularly, whether through reactions or cosplay or obviously videos that I've done. I've had to deal with quite a lot of shit over the years.
There's all the confetti in the corner, y'all.
Nice.
So messy.
So yeah, having dealt with all of that shit, like, it does feel relatively meaningless now. And I kind of always thought it would eventually when we got to this point, but...
Oh yeah, I literally got a hate email from someone today.
Oh, it's that guy that always sends hate emails.
Do you want me to read it?
Well, you going to make it your Twitter cover?
I am.
It's really funny.
I'll probably make it tonight. I was going to leave it for tomorrow, but... yeah, here's the email. Oh, it won't load. Hang on.
Weiss is going to feel so sick by the time they escape. Well, yeah, Suffering Weiss is about to get, like, maxed out. Although she looked quite happy at the end of the episode, I will say when we get to that.
Yeah, it's true. Okay. The email says, "Congratulations, you fucking bee shippers that ruined the show. They are nothing but toxic, so fuck you all." Like,
he was the same person that emailed...
Wanted to apologize for earlier when I got upset over my message not sending. It wasn't your fault. That's okay. Don't worry about it. And thank you for the super chat. But don't worry, I think it just wasn't coming through because there was a swear word in it.
Yeah.
Thanks, YouTube. But yeah, there's the email. Hope you like it. It's gonna be my cover photo soon.
Yeah. It's funny.
No fucking way. Yeah, it's the same guy. Did he email you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Today or before?
No, before. I think I, like, blocked his email.
Well, he's obviously not emailed me before.
Yeah, well, that's probably why he emailed you, because he couldn't email me.
Yeah.
He was like, I'll go for the other one.
I literally received it and was like, literally nothing can ruin my mood today because I'm so happy.
Yeah.
So, whatever.
I don't care.
I literally don't care. My ship is canon.
Yeah.
Why am I gonna care about what y'all have to, like, what people like him have to say, especially in such an aggressive tone?
It's not gonna change anybody's particular minds, and yeah. Feels pretty meaningless, now that we're here. Yeah. It doesn't feel like, oh, I can't believe we went through all of this shit to get here. I mean, it's funny because it went from, like, sort of the volume 4-5 days where people were, like, more on the lines of, like, you're delusional, like, they're just sisterly, all of these things, to eventually where it kind of became undeniable in sort of volume 7.
Yeah.
Into 8.
Look how perfectly it fits.
I know, I want your picture to be you in your bee costume.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't really matter now, does it, at the end of the day? And yeah, finally we cut back to... Are you making it your...
Yeah, I am.
Nice.
There we go.
We finally make it back to the rest of them. I have no idea what's just happened.
The way that we had to
pause the episode there.
Pause the episode because we were like, we are not normal enough to be able to get through the rest of this.
No, we had to take, like, not a long breather, but, like, a sort of 30 seconds to a minute just to, like, try and process what had just happened.
Yeah. Yeah, I literally just said it as my banner.
It's funny.
So, yeah, everyone can go and look at how well it sits.
Admire it.
Because it's very funny.
And the Curious Cat, a bit again, revealing more deets about...
Well, the fact that the cat knew about Lewis, but because they never asked about Lewis, they were like, oh, well, why would I tell you?
Yeah.
You didn't ask? Oh god, what are the deleted messages?
I don't know.
Death flag.
Stop. Whoa, watch yourself. You kicked my mic.
Oh, did I? No, I hit your chair.
Well, you kicked my leg into my mic.
Sorry. That was a very fucking funny comment.
And then we look at how pissed Weiss looks here.
Oh yeah, she's a very angry kitten.
Oh, that's cute as well. The flower, I knew that the flowers would have some significance, so they weren't just a random choice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Scooter Gang is great. They actually are pretty on it, boys.
Yeah, Skirt Gang, perfect. Love y'all.
They came, they served.
The fact that we didn't even ask you guys to be mods again, we just left it on your account.
Yeah, and they were
they're
like, we're here.
We're here anyway.
Oh, man. And then we have them sitting like, I'm baby.
It's the fact that when they sat, the like bright blue dimmed to like a soft white. You know?
Yeah. Where they were starting to get disappointed and basically been like, oh, everybody, like asked for my help.
Everyone betrays me.
Yeah. Or they're just
Big
using
sad
me.
cat.
To be fair, not completely wrong in the
Not
fact
completely
that
wrong,
that they did kind of just want the cat's help for the sake of getting out because the cat was part of the story and was apparently Alex's guide, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't trust the cat, but I still enjoy the cat.
Also, the fact that the cat was talking about how Alex promised to take them through. To
Yeah,
Remnant,
like why did they want to go to Remnant? That's an interesting thing.
because they're curious.
Oh, true.
They want to know.
They want they want to go to Remnant and party it up in the nightclubs of Mistral.
Well, that's gone.
No, that Mistral's fine. Atlas, not so much.
Oh, Mistral, yes. I forgot myself there for a second. I
Yeah.
promise I'm a true fan of RWBY.
It's fine, it's not as bad as our friend the other day.
Yeah, who was like, we don't know who the Spring Maiden is.
Right?
So funny. But to be fair, it's fine. Beefing with the cat again.
The cat was pissing on his lawn.
Yeah, well, the cat was also like, you're a fucking idiot and losing your mind, lol.
You're old. You're smelly and old. But
The cat was like, ew, bummer.
essentially. I actually really love this, like, hatred dynamic between the cat and John is pretty good.
It's so funny. Oh, I also included this for two reasons. So this is when the cat is like, thank you for your lessons. I suppose I needed to learn this. Bye, guys. But Aaron Trosh? Oh, hey.
Thanks, Arnold. I'm glad the 10-year slow burn was worth it.
Thank you so much, Arnold. I hope you also cried, because I haven't actually been able to check. But I'm just assuming that everyone cried.
Arnold probably cried at the mere mention of Ciel last week.
True.
The other week.
Yeah, that is true.
I believe that everything in the Ever After seems to go by they them. Because they don't... They all have, like...
Unless otherwise specified, is
Yeah.
what Aaron put on Twitter.
Yeah.
Everything is they, them, unless specified. So, like, I think the prince is he, him. And everyone else is they, them.
It's funny because it's not comical like you'd expect coming from Jean. It's pure unfiltered malice. Yeah, that also
it's
is
like unbridled hatred. Like, it's perfect. Anyway, so the reason why I included this is because Aaron mentioned on Twitter when they were animating this that they wanted RWBY to look like they were doing some sort of like self-soothing things. So when they animated this for RWBY, it was like she was reaching for Crescent Rose.
Yeah.
That's not there.
Yeah.
She's not had it in ages. So,
well, about that.
well, yes, we'll get to that.
I just love that Herb, like, in our chat is just like, Herb, Russell, like, we know what's up.
I honestly think it's so funny for, like, anyone that comes in here that has worked on RWBY or doesn't usually come in our streams.
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah, Russell. And they're like, who the fuck is Russell?
Mises, like, getting
Why are you talking about the Mises? Like,
yeah.
yeah.
We haven't had good Mies content in a while.
No, just in the opening. Anyway, so the cat's like, learned my lesson, see you later. And then the whole, like, thing just, like, explodes.
Look how scared the Juniper looks here.
Also, Weiss reaches for her sword. When everything starts exploding, she's, like, right on it.
She's on it.
On it.
Well, yeah, because you don't know what's going to happen next. It could be, like, they get thrown somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, they have no idea where Blake and Yang are at this point, but then we get them back in
Also,
the same field.
Look at Juniper.
So cute. Hope it doesn't die.
Juniper smiling over at the bees. Juniper was like,
Honestly.
I think we did the same thing.
We did. That sounds about right for us, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Anyway.
My mom said Mises while she watched last week. I'm so proud of your mom.
Yeah, so they're back in the same field that the
Originally
we're
were in.
caught.
Turn then.
The same field that they were in when the storm hit off, because that tree was behind them like that.
Yep.
So they're back in the same fields. They haven't moved. Storm looks like it's passed. But you know that awkward way where things just happen to happen in front of your salads.
Yeah. It was Ruby's little. I will never get over that, actually.
I loved Weiss's, like...
Weiss was just like, oh, did I say something, or was everyone looking already?
Yeah. Yeah. Weiss is very much, like, been waiting for this to happen anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not a surprise to her, but she probably didn't think when she didn't see them that actually they were just away smooching somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, she's probably just like, what the fuck happened between then and now?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, where did you go?
Where did you go, and why are y'all kissing now? Like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Yeah, Ruby's little surprise yelp was great too, because she was just not expecting it. I really am, like, part of me is like, has Ruby really been oblivious this whole time?
Maybe. But then I'm like, no, because in volume 6, the
7.
Adam fight,
Oh, right, yeah.
is that volume 6?
Yeah.
When Ruby hugs Blake, she gives Yang this kind of, like, knowing look, and Yang kind of nods at her and looks away.
Mm.
So I'm like, is she completely oblivious, or was it like a why now kind of thing? Like, just didn't expect for it to happen right now kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, because her reaction's, like, interesting. Oh, fucking hell. Just smooching away.
Yeah.
Like, kicking her fucking leg out. Who made that choice? Who?
I know.
I want to have words.
Why?
Because it's good shit.
It's good shit.
I want to buy you a
The
drink.
fact that they were still in their own little world until Little made a noise.
Yeah.
And then they were like...
Yeah, because Little's just like... What Little's probably like, what are they doing? What is that? What's that thing that they're doing? Because they don't even know what people are.
No, exactly. So it's like, why is she trying to eat her? It's like 28 days later.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Do you not remember? When they kiss and then the girl attacks him.
yeah, okay.
She's like, I thought you were eating her. And it's like, I was kissing her.
Fucking hell.
What the fuck are you thinking?
Bad things.
Clearly.
Always bad things.
Obviously.
Just casually making out in front of all your friends and a mouse and a rabbit deer thing.
Yeah.
Frenching your honor. They're killing each other. Yeah. I just want Little to, like, just ask, like, why do you humans put faces together?
Mm-hmm.
Do your faces taste like cheese?
No cheeses for us Mises.
Fucking hell. They're mouthing each other.
Ruby is that lesbian purpose you told me about.
I can't believe this is an actual real RWBY screen grab we're looking at,
Yeah,
though,
and not just
actually.
like a fan art, like
Yeah.
convincing fan art.
Yeah,
we draw.
convincing fan edit, because there's been a lot of those,
Yeah.
so. Oh, boy. She's not eating me. Why did you have to say eating? You ruined it.
Because I was thinking of 28 Days Later.
Also, yeah, the fact that Yang didn't want to stop when they'd been caught. Like, they actually went for a while before they realised that, like, they'd moved.
Yeah, because it was Blake that, like, jumped and looked away.
Yeah.
Yang was still looking at her.
And then she was looking at them like, what?
Yeah.
What
and she
about
was just
it?
like,
What about it?
y'all good? Anyway, let's go home.
None of the fan had a mouse watching, that's true.
That's true. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Next one.
Y'all have such bad minds, but it's Sandy's fault.
It's not my fault. I was quoting a movie.
It's still your fault. I love how you've had all of this confetti in the background.
You want to see it? It's right there.
Oh. He's despite being very tired. I know.
Deal with that.
No.
Okay. I'll deal with it.
It's fine.
It's not.
Well,
It's not.
touche.
Let me deal with it.
Look at the way you're sitting right now.
I want the mouse.
Well, the mouse is in Ruby's head right now. The fact that Jean is like, I just realized how you're just like, I'm just going to take this.
Yeah. I am.
That he's very old man and he's still like happy. But he's definitely not as happy as he would have been if he hadn't been fucking
If he
stuck
was
here
19.
for 30 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he had like he had obviously the moment with Yang in volume 8
Yeah.
where they were in the like abandoned shed thing.
Yeah, because he was like, Ruby will understand. She was like, yeah, Ruby.
And he was just like, no.
Huh?
Spencer's so good at that fucking Jean noise.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, it was just very cute that he still like was like, this is nice.
Yeah, but he was also like, God, I thought this would have happened years ago.
Well, yeah, but it hasn't been years for them.
No, I know.
That's the meme. It's like when he was like, I feel like I've been waiting years, because he actually had been.
Mm-hmm.
And also it felt like a shout out to the okay. A shout out to the
Well, everyone was asking, so I was gonna do it.
She stepped in. She took the authority.
Yep.
I don't know what I was saying. Oh yeah, it felt like a sort of very literal like shout out as well to the fact that like it had been years obviously for the fandom to
Yeah.
so like Jean was very much voicing the fandom
He's
here
almost
too.
kind of looking at the camera when he's saying it too.
Yeah,
You
looking
know?
into the camera like he's in the office.
Like he's in the office.
And then we go to
Yeah.
Jean's cute little hut and Juniper's sleeping outside.
It's such a cozy little house.
And then we go inside.
With Weiss looking at the bees, I actually can't do this.
Well, like, she's been suffering a long time.
Well, yeah, she's been on both of their sides. She was like, I understand that you are scared, Yang, but like, we're good. But then, like, volumes prior was like, we're your team, Blake.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just run away from us. Next time something happens, talk to us, you know? So, like, she's been there with both.
I just like seeing Weiss having enrichment time in her enclosure where she's got her nice little hot drink. She's somewhere, like, comfortable and warm. The ones that she's been getting driven insane by because they keep dancing around, beating around the bush, are finally not doing that. So she's able to just, like, sit and be like, have her tea and be like, great.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Ruby's like fucking at the table.
The bees are having enrichment time with each other.
Yeah.
Weiss is having enrichment time with her tea.
Yeah.
And Ruby's just like, man, get me the fuck out of here.
She's gonna break. It's just
She's
not
gonna
happened
break.
yet, but it so seems on the horizon.
She's looking to earn that head bridesmaid role.
She is. She's already earned
True
it. She's
maid of
so
honor.
earned it.
Yeah.
Beekeeper Weiss.
Yes, she is.
Love that. Now they're just comfortable around each other, so they can just, you know.
Well, yeah, they've kissed and the others have seen them kiss.
Yeah,
it's
so there's no
like,
point
well,
in like hiding anything like
holding
that.
hands will be fine, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and Ruby like is acknowledging it and like she's I'm sure in her mind she's happy for it, but she just cannot process.
I think she's just tired. Like, I think other people would look at it and be like, oh, Ruby's looking on at this because she's like, I'm losing my sister, you know, because people find anything to say about that.
It's definitely not that.
And it's definitely not that. I think she's just fucking exhausted. Exhausted. Like, they've found their happiness together now that they can, like, admit their feelings.
Mm.
Ruby has to, like, accept her feelings about everything that's been happening.
Yeah.
And, like, talk about them, which I think is why it's framed like this. With the bees in the forefront, is like, they've had their moment. They've talked. They've
Yeah.
understood. They're together.
She just doesn't care about like anything.
No.
Right now is the vibe I get. The fact that she has such a weird reaction to Crescent Rose in the next bit is very
Yeah.
telling of that she's just not.
Ruby feels very much like just a spectator
Yeah.
in this story right now, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, and then we get Jean bringing a box of special things.
Special
Which
things.
is quite obviously going to be Crescent Rose, given how the episode started. So this is a nice bookend to the episode. And we get Crescent Rose all folded nicely away, just kept for when Ruby would arrive. And she's not even happy.
Do you know
to
the
see
thing
it.
that I'm shocked about, which I didn't think about until I was getting the screenshots, is like, she's always been proud of Crescent Rose. You know?
Yeah, she loves
Like,
Crescent Rose. She made Crescent Rose.
She loves Crescent Rose. She made it from scratch.
She loves her weapons.
She loves her weapons. She fawns over it all the time. She literally, like, hugs it
That's
and
like her
holds it
baby.
and talks about it all the time.
Yeah.
For her to have such a visceral reaction to her weapon is so scary.
Disassociation Central.
Severely.
Yeah, that's why I'm like not surprised that she can't like feel super happy for anything that's going on here, because if she can't even be happy for this, she is just shut down.
Yeah. It's hard though, because like,
it's an interesting point. Crescent Rose represents actually going back on her mission, not just escaping, but a reminder of how many people she's failed, how she's got to fight Salem, and how her mother died. True.
it's all true. Yeah. And I feel like with depression, it doesn't matter what used to make you happy or where used to make you happy. Like, you know, for Ruby it's Crescent Rose, for someone else it might be like picking up an instrument or like playing a video game or whatever. When you go to do that thing that used to bring you so much joy, or that place that used to bring you so much joy, and you feel absolutely nothing,
Yeah.
that's when you know that it's like bad. And that's what I think is going on with Ruby here, is like, this is the thing that made her the happiest, but it doesn't make her happy anymore. So she like,
Yeah.
she needs help.
She severely needs help, and I doubt there's any good therapists in the ever after.
Yeah. I don't know that when Ruby saw Blake and Yang holding hands, she realised that she wanted something more or different from life. I think she just, in the same way that I was talking about, where like picking up something that used to make you happy, like when you see people that are happy with each other and you're depressed, you kind of hate them a little bit, and you know that it's not right, but you hate that they are able to have this like happy normal existence, and you've got all this shit that you need to deal with instead, you know? Like, I'm not saying that she's looking at them and she's like, I hate them, but like, she probably does in her own little way, you know, because they can be carefree and be in love, but she's the team leader, so she has to like keep her head, you know.
Yeah. I don't think we're gonna go more than like probably another episode before there's a snap, just based on how this episode ends and what we got in this particular chapter that we've covered now. I'm like, yeah, it's the snap soon. It's the snap.
It's the snap, yeah. Yeah, 100%. I think her reaction to Blake and Yang was that she's happy for them, but because she's spiraling, she can't feel that happiness outward.
Yeah.
I would say that that's pretty astute.
It was important for them to show that reaction to Crescent Rose to like confirm that that's what was kind of going on as well. And then we get everybody else just
everyone's like, woo, you've got your weapon back, good for you, girl.
So now it's just like, we got Yang's arm, we've got Crescent Rose, so now we just need to get out of here.
Yeah, we've got Yang's arm, Crescent Rose, we're all together, we've also found Jean. Let's go home. And Ruby's like, nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
And then she gets the squiggles, doesn't she?
The squiggles happened when she was looking in the box and then looked up.
Yeah.
But this scene here is when she's like, what happened with Lewis? And John's like, oh, they both went to the tree. Only one of them came back. Oh, wait, no. Is that what happened here?
Jesse. I love chapter 6. I think some of my favourite moments are in chapter 7.
Jesse!
Uh-oh.
I swear, am I going to be shouting in your inbox a second week in a row?
Oh, man.
I can't remember what it was he was talking about here. It was something about the cat lying about something. Oof. And in this look.
Oof.
This literally, when I was gathering the screenshots, I was like, Neapolitan? And then I was like, well, no, obviously not, because, like, Summer Rose was in the...
Yeah.
The, like, mirror reflection kind of thing. And obviously Ruby's been talking, which we know that Neo can do.
What he said here was Alex traded Lewis to the tree to go back. Yeah, so that's when he said that.
Yeah. Couldn't fully remember.
And obviously wasn't in the story, that particular diversion, because it didn't reflect well on Alex.
Well, of course it wouldn't. No. And it wouldn't be a very good fairy tale if it was like, and for me to escape this place. Man.
And if if Lewis got traded to the tree, then he ascended and became something else. Is that something else little?
I know.
Listen, they both have L's at the start of their names.
I know. But Ruby named Little.
Fuck.
So.
Maybe she knew.
Maybe. I'm standing by that this expression is very similar to Cinder.
Yeah. It's not a good look. It's a facial expression we've not really seen on RWBY, actually.
This is an expression that is usually only saved for villains.
Yeah. Well, we still got that bit from the opening with the clouds, which obviously we had the clouds this time. Yeah. Doesn't mean the clouds can't come back.
Yeah.
About to hop on this Lewis's little train just cause. Yeah.
But then someone said if it was Alex who sacrificed / was sacrificed, then Little may be Alex. So like, RWBY's anti-hero era, stop. It's true, but also Taylor Swift. Unreal. But yes, the expression really did give me Neo vibes and Cinder vibes. But I did have to stop for a second when I got the screenshot and be like, is that Neapolitan? And then I was like, no, it's not.
Some people are saying that Jean will die. Well, if he has to sacrifice himself for the tree, quite possibly. Because I mean, I don't know if someone was saying that if you're not an Ever-Afton that you don't ascend.
Yeah, it was the cat.
But I don't know how much we can trust the cat.
Yeah.
Because they're not that trustworthy.
As it turns out. But yeah, maybe Neo and RWBY are going to be solving their issues in the clouds. Maybe they'll get stuck in their own thunderstorm.
Yeah. Man, maybe they might.
I don't know. I feel like people always talk about people having death flags, but I don't feel like anyone in particular does have death flags. I just think that everything feels a bit sus, you know?
Everything feels pretty fucky at the moment in
It
the
does.
show. I don't want to lose Jean either, but like it would be a very like heroic way for him to go out.
It would.
Like it would suck.
But like imagine having to explain that to his like 7 sisters, you know?
It's already gonna be bad enough to explain that he's like decades older, so he'll probably die way earlier than they would have ever expected.
Mm-hmm. Someone actually pointed out earlier, and I forgot to read it out at the time, so if you're still in here, make yourself known.
Make yourself known.
But someone pointed out about how Jean went from being the youngest to now the oldest of the arcs.
That's sad.
And I was like, that is fucking sad.
Oh yeah, Neo can't talk, so like it's gonna all have to be telepathic
But
in the
the
clouds.
Jabberwocky.
Jabberwocky. Jabberwocky talkie.
Jabberwock?
Wogger.
What the fuck is it called? You're really confusing me. I can't remember what
It's not a Jabberwocky. What?
Is it not?
No. Imagine.
Anyway,
Jabberwocky.
they made noises, but they were created by Neo.
Yeah, which was a super cool evolution of her semblance, because they had not only noises, but they also had
there we go. Thanks for
physical, like, they could take hits, whereas Neo's obviously previous illusions all shattered in one impact. They could take a few hits.
Yeah.
So her semblance is
And
definitely
they made
evolved.
noises. So like, there's a potential that she could talk through one of her. Wouldn't that be weird? Jabberwocker. That's it.
Walkie.
I really. Jabberwocky is an Alice.
Yeah.
Got you. I knew I was right somewhere.
You were kind of right, yeah.
I was right somewhere.
Jabberwobbler.
Jabberwocky?
They did make kind of Wookiee-esque sounds. Not really. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I think we just lost our camera.
We did.
No fucking way. Have we been streaming that long?
Yeah, 2 hours and 6.
No way did we just lose our camera.
Anyway, sorry about that.
Should we wrap up the stream anyway? Because we were planning to stop. I think that's the end of our screen grabs.
It is the end of our screen grabs. Unfortunately, we have got new equipment, so trying to test it out is a bit of a difficulty.
Yeah.
But we thought that we would be able to charge the battery while we were also streaming. That did not work, so... but at least you're not going to miss anything in terms of visuals. We've done the popper. You've seen everything that we were gonna
all of the
offer.
fucking F's in this chat.
I know. We actually missed a super chat from Winter if you want to click the yellow at the top there.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Arc family. We're all sent to another reality. He put a time for it and was sent to the past. Spent years waiting for us, only to sacrifice himself to be able to return to Redmond. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a really difficult one to explain.
Honestly, like, the camera shutting off is my brain right now because I am so exhausted from the last...
I am so tired. And the fact that we're going to get, like, an hour's less sleep tonight as well because of the...
Fuck.
Oh, the clock's shaking.
Yeah, we do need a fake battery. Anyway... Let's go.
We gave it a try, but thanks for coming, guys.
Shut up, then. You don't know.
Dan, the fact that we're still talking should tell you everything. So.
Alright, bye guys. It's been fun hanging.
See you later.